First, let's agree on one thing. There's only so much you can expect from a laptop nowadays. I mean, everything has been invented, right? Wrong. When the need for mobility necessitated the invention of the laptops, tracking movement on the computer moved from relying to the mouse to relying on the touch button, and now the touchpad. But a couple of years later, there is now what they call a screen pad. A unique feature indeed. Now, this 14-inch powerhouse is more than just a double screen. From TechWiz, I'm Martin Givenji with the Asus Zenbook Pro UX480. Let's take it and go. Beautiful is the first thing I exclaimed when I first laid my eyes on the Asus Zenbook Pro14 UX480. Now, the deep dive blue color, as they call it, it looks amazing, especially on this lid made from brushed aluminum with a radial finish. We have a DC in power jack, you have a USB-C port, you have a regular USB port, that's a USB-A, HDMI port, another USB port, you have a micro SD port. And you have the 3.5mm jack, you have the power indicator and the battery indicator. They say size doesn't matter, but I wish they went with the full SD card reader instead of the micro SD. That's just me. On opening, the hinge is designed to elevate the keyboard at an angle that helps in comfort when typing and improves temperatures with flow of air. Clever, Asus. Clever. Just look at that. It's basically more screen than anything else. The bezels on the side and at the top are so tiny I hardly noticed them. Camera at the top, another win. By the way, have you seen the specifications on this beauty? Core i7 8th Gen 4GB dedicated graphics card, 16GB of RAM, 500GB SSD with a full 1080 Full HD display. What? Just a second, I need to check something. The keyboard is backlit. Sorry, I got excited there for a second. So this is a powerful laptop with the added convenience of portability without the bulky feel one gets from other laptops with this kind of features. But this screen, man, is too beautiful. And from what I gather, it is Pantone validated, which means it has excellent color reproduction. The brightness levels are great, allowing you not to strain in case you're using the laptop outdoors. This makes it perfect for someone into gaming, graphics, photo and video editing. I'm telling you, this has you completely sorted on the go. Yo! Listen to that sound! Now that's what you get from a Harman Kardon. You'll have your own little party where you're the only one invited. We fell for the first time in the hotel. With the screen and that kind of sound, your multimedia experience will be one to envy, especially since it's powered by a huge battery that can afford you on the minimum 12 hours of usage. 12 hours! You can actually get a full working day on the Zenbook Pro14. Now that's another definite winner. Let's get to the feature that stands out the most on the Zenbook Pro14 UX480, the screen pad. If you press F6, it will show you different modes you can set up with the screen pad. Screen pad mode, extension display, traditional touchpad, and touchpad off. Screen pad on allows you to access the screen pad apps when you enable it. The touchpad lights up and you can access the apps by dragging the virtual tab on the top. There's a music player, calendar, numbers key, and calculator app as standard, but you can download more like the handy Spotify app. Extension display allows you to use the screen pad as a second display. In cursor mode, if you drag the cursor down, you can use the screen pad to open windows that you don't necessarily want to open on the larger display. Traditional touchpad mode turns the screen pad off and you can use it like a normal touchpad. Touchpad off disables the touchpad completely and you can use a USB or Bluetooth connected mouse if you prefer. Options, I tell you, variety. This is actually a dope laptop from Asus. I'm impressed. It has a great display with minimum bezels. Oh, I love the mechanism of the hinge. And it performs very well thanks to the hardware in it. The battery life is great. And the screen pad is an extra feature that makes it stand out from the crowd. My only problem with it, and it's minimal problem, it's a micro problem. It's a micro SD problem. See what I did there? My problem with it is that they opted for a micro SD card slot instead of a full SD card slot, which pains me as a photos and videos guy, and the keyboard takes a while to get a hang of. Now, let's get to what you've all been waiting to hear about, the price. The Zenbook Pro14 is not a cheap laptop as it is priced at 210,000 Kenya shillings, but with cheaper varieties available, but of course you'll have to sacrifice some features present on what we have just outlined. This is so far the best Windows OS laptop that offers what Mac OS laptops offer and more. And no, I am not anti-Mac, I just prefer Windows. This is definitely a worthy investment for professionals who need power, speed, and mobility without compromise on product quality. Thank you so much for watching the Asus Zenbook Pro14 review. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and make sure to click on the notification bell for notification on more videos. Till next time, we done tech it. Now we go.